Welcome to Designing Spaces Think Green, a special edition of the show that's all about you, your space, your home, and your surroundings. I'm Ted Brunson. Home and surroundings, well, the environment. Today, all of us are becoming increasingly aware of our environment, from the air we breathe to the water so necessary for life and the energy required to power our civilizations. They've all been impacted on humanity's demands on what Mother Earth can give us. Instead, we must all work together and consider the environment as part of our economy, health, and community, working together and affecting what we call a greener lifestyle. On today's show, we have a great lineup of topics to help you and your family live a more eco-friendly lifestyle. So let's get started right now and think green. Lowering costs and living a greener lifestyle. Sounds great, but where do we begin? Well, one of the first projects a homeowner can do is to appraise their energy consumption. How efficient is your home and what can be done to make it better? Well, Bobby Dodge takes a look at the obvious, your air conditioner.
Energy consumption is a major contributor to household expenses. Anyone using air conditioning in the summer or heat in the winter knows this contributes greatly to their energy bills. And homeowners are always looking for ways to help lower those costs without sacrificing comfort. Home energy projects that help reduce a home's carbon footprint are important to living a greener lifestyle. And Think Green has discovered an amazingly simple way to help you lower costs and live greener. Maintaining this home to a comfortable temperature may be costing the homeowner more than it should. Joining us on Think Green today is Jonathan Goad from Myhousefilter.com to tell us about the importance of air filtration in your home's efficiency. Jonathan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I am so glad you're here because this is actually an easy fix. Why does a dirty or clogged air filter cause your air and heating unit to use so much energy?
Basically, a dirty filter increases the airflow resistance that air handling equipment experiences during normal operation. That increased resistance causes your air handler to actually have to stay on a little bit longer and work a little bit harder. And if your system's staying on longer, guess what? You're consuming more energy.
You know what? We're actually going to prove that in 1 second, but I have a question for you. A lot of folks are unaware of how much an air filter affects the inside of their home. Is this why they don't change them often enough?
You know, I think you're right. I think a lot of people aren't even aware that they have an air filter. Then there's a segment of folks that say, hey, this is an item that's out of sight, out of mind, therefore they're not going to change it with regular frequency. In fact, this is actually one of the simplest things that a homeowner can do in order to not only protect their equipment, but also deliver cleaner air throughout the home.
You mentioned frequency. How often should someone change their air filter?
The answer to that question is different for every household. You need to ask yourself two questions. First, does your home have pets? Second, was your home built more than 10 years ago? If the answer to either one of those questions is yes, you might want to consider changing that air filter, that 1-inch pleated panel filter, maybe every 60 days as opposed to 90 days.
So we're going to take some airflow measures?
That's correct.
And you have an airflow meter?
I've got an anemometer, which is an airflow meter, and we're actually going to install a dirty air filter and measure the actual flow rate coming out of the supply vents and compare that when a new one's installed.
Let's do that.
All right.
What do we have here?
We have an airflow meter, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a meter reading at the supply vent here,
okay.
And what it tells us is the flow rate at which the air is flowing out of the supply vent. So it's a velocity.
All right, what kind of number do we have showing?
Right now it's reading at 629.9 feet per minute. And let's go change our filter over here, and we can give us something to compare to.
Okay.
It's a 5-inch thick, 1-year filter. The product lasts 3 to 4 times as long as that standard 1-inch pleat. Basically does a fantastic job at filtering out mold spores, pet dander, dust, viruses that ride around on particles as small as 0.3 microns.
Let's go take a reading.
Okay, yeah, sounds great. All right. All right.
Now what are we getting for a reading?
Right now we're getting 807 feet per minute.
It's a huge difference.
That is. You know, estimates suggest that the flow rate increases by up to 23% when you have the one-year filter installed.
So these filters then are actually green filters?
I would say so. It's very effective at delivering clean air. From an energy saving standpoint, it offers less restriction than a standard 1-inch pleat.
So I'm sure at this point we have people sitting at home wondering where they can find this one-year filter.
Simple. You can call us at 888-200-3383, or you can find us on the web at www.myhousefilter.com. The website carries a complete line of 1-inch pleated panel filters that can be auto-shipped to your door on an interval basis. So if you want your filters every 90 days, right when they arrive at your door, you know it's time to change them. And then the one-year filter, we offer that in single packs as well.
Jonathan, I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm sure you've opened more than a few eyes regarding this subject today. If any of our viewers want to see this part of the show again, go to designingspaces.tv and click on the Think Green section. We also have a link to myhousefilter.com for your convenience. For Think Green, I'm Bobby Dodge.
We all want clean water and a healthy ecosystem, and of course, we all want to lower our cost of living while running an efficient household. The new technologies are here now, and with a little extra effort, we can all improve our lifestyles and the environment. For Designing Spaces, Think Green, I'm Ted Brunson.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.